Okay, we're at the Denali National Park, and this is the working dog kennels. Most of them are pretty laid back. Yeah.
That one doesn't like attention. I just miss my dog. Oh, I know it. You love it. You love it.
He's a munchkin.
Oh, baby. You love it. Look at the paw. Oh. Look at that paw. Hey, baby.
Well, that's because of your dog.
Elsie's sitting up tall. Yeah. Now, which one is this one? Munchkin? Yeah, Munchkin doesn't like petting at all. Well, that fur is really thick, huh?
You feel good. You feel so good.
These must be the younger dogs.
Yes.
A little smaller.
Because they were pretty
There's Happy.
But it's just some of them eat rocks, which are the young ones. So
There's Happy and Gladys.
Gladys, are you a good girl? You a good girl?
And Matrix. They got Boomer wasn't in his cage, so I guess they share a pen, don't they? Oh, there's a door in between. Boomer and Apollo. They look a lot alike.
Yeah,
They must be.
litter mates.
Yeah.
About the same size,
Yeah.
but they are.
Jolie is napping. Dargo. Dargo has a bone.
Is it an animal?
Is that what that is? Nico wants you to pet her.
That dog there saw the lady with the walker. Probably remind him of those.
Oh, really?
Focus.
Get the other side scratched. Splits. Look at those eyes. Yeah. Oh, they are big, aren't they? There we go.
gotta learn to hunt.
All right, what they do? Let's give all a round of applause. They did a great job. So, obviously, these dogs love to run. They're athletic, energetic dogs. They love nothing more than to get out and explore with their family. But why do they run when we ask them? You can see there's no reins on the dog team. There's no way to direct them except by voice command. And what other animal is willing to go where we ask? Simply because we ask them. Now, all dogs are descended from wolves, an incredibly social species. And during domestication, we managed to transfer that attachment wolves have for each other onto ourselves. Some studies have shown that dogs prefer to spend time with humans rather than other dogs. Meaning that by some happy accident, when we domesticated dogs, we created a creature that loves us more than it loves its own kind. It was put eloquently by the writer Roger Carey. He says, dogs have given us their absolute all. We are the center of their universe. We are the focus of their love and faith and trust. They serve us in return for scraps. It is without a doubt the best deal man has ever made. And we've managed to focus that love and trust into the many jobs I mentioned earlier. And these dogs in Denali have that rarest job of all, wilderness defender. So from the earliest days of the park, it was the sled dog that allowed the first rangers to get out and patrol for poachers. And now, 100 years later, dogs are still essential for the work we do here in Denali in the winter. Now, poaching is no longer a major issue in the park, but there's plenty of projects that keeps the kennels, dogs, and the rangers here busy all winter long. And the main reason for this is that 2 million acres of this park are federally designated as wilderness. And wilderness is the highest level of protection a piece of land can be given. One of the rules for how we manage wilderness is that we don't use mechanized vehicles within the wilderness area. So all the projects the dogs help with would otherwise need to be accomplished by snow machine or helicopter. Meaning these sled dogs provide us with a low impact but very effective way of traveling through the backcountry in the wintertime. So one of the first things that the dogs and kennels rangers do is just get out there in the park in the winter to put in some trails. This helps our winter recreationists. We do get brave souls coming here all winter long to snowshoe, cross-country ski, mush-throwing dog teams, and having kennels rangers out there allows us to provide up-to-date reports on conditions. And then they also help us by hauling around whatever materials need to get moved in the winter. So the projects vary winter to winter. Some years they might help us maintain our backcountry cabins by hauling construction supplies, materials out there. Some years they help us prepare for trail crew work in the summer. They'll haul trail building supplies into place in the winter, so our trail crew can use them when summer comes without having to close trails to helicopter materials. They also help us with all sorts of scientific research. So they'll help scientists and their equipment get deep into the backcountry in the wintertime. They've helped with a variety of scientific projects, everything from wildlife studies to vegetation surveys to glacier monitoring, soundscape monitoring, pretty much anything that gets moved around in the winter. We try and see if we can use the dogs to help us. If you want to see the results of one of the projects that the dogs have done, you can head down to the suspension bridge across Riley Creek, which is right at the beginning of the Triple Lakes Trail. The sled dogs here hauled all of those construction materials into place. including the massive base jumpers that weigh more than 1,000 pounds, and require teams of 16 dogs to hold them. Now, these are some pretty impressive projects, so obviously we need some pretty impressive dogs to perform them. Our dogs here are Alaskan Huskies. Alaskan Huskies are a breed that's bred solely for their working ability, not for their appearance. So, I mean, Alaskan Huskies are not recognized by the American Kennel Club. You'll never see an Alaskan Husky in the Westminster Dog Show because we don't care about superficial traits like coat color or eye color. You can see the variety of looks in our dogs here. It doesn't matter if their ears stand up or flop down. That doesn't affect their working ability. But obviously our dogs do need to have certain traits to live and work happily here all winter long. So our dogs need to have, first of all, an amazing winter coat. They have a double coat with outer guard hairs that protect them from the weather and soft, fluffy underfur that keeps them cozy warm. They also need to have long legs and big paws to help them traveling in the snow. And they need to have a fluffy tail that they'll wrap around their face when they curl up to sleep. But they need other, more intangible traits as well. These dogs need to have a drive, a will to get out there and run. Because you can't make a dog pull a sled. It has to want to. Some breeds of dogs want to herd sheep. Some dogs want to retrieve ducks. These dogs want to pull a sled. And the dogs that have the most of these intangible qualities are the lead dogs. So, in lead today, we have Party here. And lead dogs, they need to be really intelligent dogs that know all the commands, and also really responsive dogs that are willing to follow those commands even though they're so far away from the musher. They also have to be independent enough to function that far away from the musher, and they have to be focused and confident so that they're not distracted by the dogs behind them or by the fluffy bunny in front of them. You can see Party in single lead today, but often we do run two dogs in lead together. They can kind of be a unit working to accomplish all these different functions. And while our lead dogs are important, every dog on the team plays a vital role. So behind the lead dogs, the next two dogs are known as swing dogs. And swing is a good place to put younger dogs that are potentially learning to be lead dogs. The position also helps swing a team wide around objects, which is where the name comes from. And then, in the back, the position right in front of the sled, or cart today, is known as wheel. And wheel position is a good place to put some of your biggest, strongest dogs. Today, we have one of our puppies from last year, Apollo. He's very excited by this whole experience here. But he's turning into a really big boy. So wheel's good position. Now, these dogs, because they need to have all of these different traits, we generally will breed within our own kennel. We'll often breed one of our dogs to a dog from an outside kennel that breeds a similar type of dog. And we typically breed just one litter of puppies each year to replace the dogs that retire each year. And because not all of our dogs have all the traits we're looking for, we'll spay and neuter the dogs that are considered potential parents. And the puppies will be raised right here in the kennel, so we'll be able to prepare them for both their summer and winter jobs. To prepare them for the summer jobs of breeding all of you, we make sure they're really well socialized. When they're in a critical period of socialization, when they're between about 4 and 14 weeks of age, we want them to meet all sorts of different people so they grow up to be really friendly, outgoing dogs. And then to prepare them for their winter jobs, we'll take them on puppy walks. I know it sounds like a tough job, but somebody has to go out there and walk the puppy. And the puppies think they're just having fun, but they're learning that there's nothing better than going out and traveling with people and other dogs through the wilderness. They're going to get to splash through creeks, climb over logs, burrow through bushes. They're learning that getting out in nature is the most fun they can have. And then, when the snow falls, and the big dogs are going to go out in their team pulling the sled, those pups are going to run loose next to the team. So again, they think they're just having fun, but they're learning that their job is the best thing in the world, that they love to get out there and explore the other dogs. And then it's their second winter that they'll really be a full-fledged member of our team. So the ages of 2 to 9 are their prime working years, and by 9 years old, the dogs are usually ready to retire. And these guys have a really great retirement plan. We adopt them out to family homes. We make sure we match the right dog to the right home. One of the main things we look for is a home in a cold area. These guys love the snow, and they definitely don't want to retire down before So now they time to learn a little bit about the dogs. And these folks here have been so patient with us. It is time to send the dogs home to their houses. And how it works is some of the dogs are going to go home on a leash. Other dogs might be able to run loose back to their dog house. They can be a little distractible if they get to run loose though. So make sure that you're staying, again, right where you are, behind that handrail there. And you guys over here will make sure you're on this side of the tree and just behind that line on the ground. Just make sure you stay where you are while the dogs are moving. Give them the least amount of distraction possible. There's a question, how long do the dogs typically live? And they have pretty long lifespans for larger dogs because they are a healthy breed that doesn't have a closed gene pool. So they typically live to be 13, 14, 15 years old. I know one of the retired dogs got to be 16 years old. That's the oldest one that I know.
There you go. There you go.
What can you feed them? So these dogs get a dog kennel that's made specifically for working dogs. So it's got really high fat and really high protein levels for pet dogs. Alright, so it looks like our puppy Apollo is the first one going home. Like I said, he's one of the pups from last year's litter, so he's only 9 months old. He's already a big boy, but he's still a puppy. Let's give him a round of applause. He did a really good job. Alright, and next up we have Disco. Looks like she's going to get special. You can see the other dogs, they're very excited whenever anyone gets to them. Quite jealous. Next up we have Lucha. Looks like Lucha's going to be ready for one of these as well. Lucha's one of our youngest dogs. He's about 3 years old. Sometimes they don't want to leave the treat behind. Next up we have Kathy. Show her name. She's a very happy girl. Last but not least, we have our lead dog, Party. And you might be sensing a theme in the name here. Happy and Party are from the same litter. They're sisters. Every litter has a theme, and they are the plant faces. Party's one of the slowest dogs in the kennel, but she's a great lead dog. Now, before I set you free to meet the dogs again, I've got just a couple announcements. So on the bus, I told you guys that you couldn't feed any of the dogs. There is actually one dog you're allowed to feed. His name is Buck. He's been sitting so politely on the house all day. Buck is also on a special diet of green paper and silver coins. Everything Buck eats goes right back into the care room. Also, if what I said has intrigued you, if you have any questions, feel free to come chat with me or any of the kennel staff after the program. And you'll have until about 2:40 to visit the dogs after the program, and then we'll make an announcement when buses are loading. Now, I'd like to thank you guys for coming out here today to learn about these special dogs and all that they do for Denali National Park. And I want to close with one last quote that makes me think of these dogs. This one's attributed to Anonymous, and it goes, "He is your friend, your partner, your defender, your dog. You're his life, his love, his leader. He will be yours, faithful and true, to the last beat of his heart. You owe it to him to be worthy of such devotion." Now, these dogs run because they love it. But they run where we ask them to because they love us. For 100 years, these dogs have given their all to protect their wilderness character of Denali National Park. And by doing what they love, these dogs have done so much good. They helped protect this great wild place. And we, in turn, strive to be worthy of this devotion. But there's a lot we can learn from them. To live joyfully, to to love deeply, and to do good.
Mm.
So, thanks again for visiting. You are